They kind of go, actually, don't they, if you think about it, what with the names. 205, 308, makes sense. It was the logical thing to do, really, wasn't it? Hello everyone and welcome to Magnum PJ and the Ferrari 308 that I bought unseen at auction during a full-on pandemic. As you'll have seen from the title of this video, I put a poll up on Facebook and the best suggestion that came up was the Influenzo, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And obviously I'm going to be Magnum PJ, so that's the really exciting news. A lot of you have said that I've got big balls. Well, let me just correct your really charitable preconception there. I don't have big balls, I am just an idiot. I've got the car now and part of me is absolutely delighted, but I'll be honest with you, that night after the initial elation I woke up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in a blind panic about what I'd done. Especially seeing that my preparation for buying this Ferrari involved all of about 1 hour. And literally that was ringing a friend who I know, that's Kev at Motor Technique, who does know these cars inside out, sending him the auction advert and saying, what do you think? And he said, yeah, you know, it's a high mileage old Ferrari, but if you can get it cheap, get it. I didn't do what I do when I buy every car, because I got so wrapped up in everything and making sure I was registered and ready to bid. I didn't do a HPI check. I didn't do an MOT history check. I didn't do the most basic things. So, you know, I think without doubt, I am a moron. However, let's see how this has developed. I've got loads of interesting new information on the car since I have bought it. Before we go into that, just a quick apology to all those who are super disappointed that I didn't buy the lovely yellow 930 Turbo that I featured a couple of weeks ago. There's a few reasons for that. It would probably have been a more sensible purchase, but if you think about it, there's a lot more money. It was 60k. Maybe I could have got it for a little bit less or a fair bit less than that. But all the same, it was a much bigger investment than the Ferrari. And also, guys, I've been in a lot of 911s, I've owned the 964, I know them pretty much inside out, and this is something completely different. So, a few developments that I'm going to be talking about. The first is, I have now done the MOT check, I have done the HPI check, and we will see what those reveal. They probably raise some questions. Secondly, other great stuff is that through the magic of Facebook, through the magic of YouTube, I have found not only all the other bidders who are bidding against me at this auction, those dastardly people who pushed the price up. So that's a low to you, Paul, and Tom, I think it was as well. And secondly, and even better, one of my Facebook friends, I don't actually know him, but he is a Facebook friend, so I know of him, contacted me to say that the car is in storage with him. Not just that, but he was the previous owner. He took it in part exchange against a Ferrari 360 that he had, and then went on to sell it to his own friend, Andy. So we're going to give him a call and we're going to get information from him about the car, and he'll be able to tell us, I think, quite a lot about the current state and what's going on with it. Something really interesting is that through Facebook, again, a Facebook group, with the chassis number, I have been able to find out about the car's history, including some pictures in Holland. And that really does raise some interesting questions, and you'll see why a bit later. And finally, we're going to have some reactions to people that I contacted when I won the car, friends and family, and we'll see what they think. But now, let's go ahead and I'll tell you what I found out. Okay, so first thing is, let's finally take a look at the MOT history. So, MOT valid till August 2020, that's alright, so 2019, pass and a fail. Mileage is 25 because I presume the clocks only go up to 100,000 kilometres, what with it being a Ferrari. Then in 2018, 25,906, so that's weird because the mileage in 2019 is lower than the mileage in 2018. So that's bizarre, that's not good. And then in 2018, again, it's failed. That's weird. Exhaust emissions. All right, nothing that great. Exhaust emissions will be carbs and stuff, need cleaning up. Headlamps. It's weird that that's come up again, but then it passes, and the mileage is actually slightly higher. I have a feeling in this last one, we'll see what the rest is like, but in that 2019 one, that they just recorded the mileage wrong at some stage, but let's see, because I know it hasn't been used for the last few years. Then the mileage tally's up, and that's a pass in 2017, and yet another fail, which isn't great. Okay, windscreen washer, fine. Offside headlamp, again the headlamp's coming up. Weird, an advisory, anti-roll bar, slight prey, okay. Offside play and steering rack inner joints, okay, but that's not great. And then on the 9th, another fail. God, with most of the same stuff. Again, the headlamp aim. I'm pretty sure the headlamp issue is because it's a left-hand drive car, and it's probably never been fitted with right-hand drive lamps, and so therefore they just use like the sort of stickers on top of them to make it road legal here, and so it fails repeatedly on the headlamps. Not worried about that. Registration number plate failure, that's ridiculous. Ball joint, okay, fine. That's quite a long list. Battery insecure. Exhaust emissions again, that will be because of the carbs, so not particularly worried, but that's a long list of things, so not super nice to see. Then 2015, pass, and then yeah, no, all the rest of the mileage tallies up, it's just that last one. Then again, 2014, not much mileage, but a pass, only 100 miles in 2013. And then, okay, so 2013 was the last time, that's 5 years ago, that the car was actually used regularly. So one of the things I had about this car was that, okay, it's high mileage, but that's great because it's been used. But unfortunately, in the last 5 years or so, it hasn't been used, so that is not good. And then here, fail on tyres, which is, yeah, not bothered at all. Brake juddering slightly, okay. Yeah, so this is where then all these are all passes and it was used. So in the last few years, last 5 years, essentially car hasn't been used, which is not good. But all the stuff I see on here is definitely non-major. They're just small issues and the headlamps keep coming up and I'm pretty sure I know why. So on the whole, the MOT stuff, well, it's okay. Would have liked to have seen more use of the car in the last few years, and would be nice to see less MOT failures, but there's nothing massively worrying in there. Let's have a look at the HPI now as well, the HPI history. And I did do that check and I'm pleased to say that has come back completely fine. So it wasn't written off, nothing like that. You know, arguably I should have probably done that before I bought the car, but I've been lucky. Okay, so let's give Lee a call at Dunk Farms and see what he has to say. Lee.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, good. So it's quite funny, we were Facebook mates already, and you had the car.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, we've had it a few years. 3 years, I think, in total, maybe 2 years.
Okay, cool. And so you sold it to the current owner?
Yeah, so the owner, Adam's a friend of mine, and he wanted a cheap 308. We had a 360 for sale, and a guy said, oh, I want a newer Ferrari. Would you take my 308 in Part X, which we did.
Yeah.
And while it was on the trailer on the way back to the barn, I phoned Adam and said, look, I've got this 308 on the back, it's going to owe me 40k, give us what it owes us just as the Part X and it's yours.
Yeah.
He hasn't really done anything with it. It needs, there are a couple of little oil leaks on it. It does need the carbs tuning up because it doesn't run particularly nice. It's actually quite smooth, but it's got a bit of lag. It does need the carbs cleaning up and balancing.
Yeah.
But the bodywork you'll be really impressed with. The guy who owned it before me he had a chain of body shops called Rainbow. Yeah. And he had it all redone. So it's bloody presentable for the money. You wouldn't think it's a 30 grand car to look at. It's got newer seats in, so the seats are actually really nice. They're not all damaged and worn. Yeah. Yeah, okay, needs some of the switches looking at, but you know, it's a 30-year-old 308.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw from the MOT history that he's literally not used it. So it's a shame because it's obviously had a lot of miles, which normally would be good. But in the last 5 years, it looks like it's actually hardly been used, which is a shame.
No, it hasn't done anything.
But it's good to hear it's basically a sound car. It's pretty much what I was expecting from the way you've described it. So it's...
The other day, the engine's done a lot of miles for a Ferrari.
Yeah.
It could do, right now it could do with a good service, and it could do with the carbs looking at.
Yeah. So with the carbs, I actually know Weber's pretty well. So I might have a go myself. I don't know, I need to look into that. But basically, if it's just taking them apart, cleaning them, and then, you know, balancing them and all that stuff, I could probably do that. Do you know when the next time you're going to be over there is? Well, no, just because it'd be useful to know about the belts and all that kind of stuff. Where are the oil leaks coming from? Is it the cam covers, or is it sort of unions, or what?
I'm not mechanically minded.
Okay, all right. All right.
I'll ask Dave, because Dave done a report on the car about a year ago for Adam, so I'll ask to dig that out and see what he's got on there. Keep it mechanically on the road and just bloody enjoy it. In the summer it'll be lovely. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's quite an unusual single exhaust car as well. Normally they had 4.
Yeah, they were the earlier ones, yeah, so it must be a 79 or something like that. But also, I did find out that it was white, apparently, according to the chassis number. I've never
looked that up, but I can't believe it was ever white. I just...
Don't know, well, I mean, that's good, because my other fear was that, you know, maybe that it had been done really badly and there was white showing and some of the trim and whatever, but apparently... So there's just some guys on one of the groups that have access to all the chassis number stuff, and they dug up some photos, part of the register, they dug up some photos of the car in Holland with the Dutch number plate, and it's white. So it probably was originally white, but I prefer it in red anyway.
You've got a couple of pictures, that'd be great to see it as well.
Yeah.
The original Dutch owner was interested in it before the last auction.
What was he?
Silverstone. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for that, and I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, I guess. Let me know when you're going to go down there, and then I can get some more info on belts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure, we'll do.
And whatever leaks there are, it'll be interesting to know as well. Thanks, buddy.
Sure.
Bye.
All right, take care, mate.
Bye. Bye. Okay, so a quick recap. Generally speaking, I think that the car is what I expected. It needs a little bit of attention. I think there's a few oil leaks. The carbs will need cleaning and balancing. That's all stuff I can deal with. It looks like it probably needs a belt service as well. Again, I think I'm going to be doing that. I've seen the kits that there are online. I've seen some sort of guides. It doesn't look to be that difficult. So we will see, but that's okay. The car isn't particularly scaring me. The colour change doesn't worry me either. I don't like these cars in white. A red Ferrari is always easier to sell. For the purists, they won't like the fact that it's had a colour change. But the bodywork is supposed to be really good from what I've heard from Lee, from what he said. So that's a real bonus. And, you know, let's face it, a purist wouldn't buy this car anyway. It's really high mileage, so stuff them. That's also the reason why I'm going to be doing my own servicing, doing the belts and everything else. Again, in a low mileage collector's car, that would be suicide. In this car, I think it'll be absolutely fine. I'll keep receipts for everything. There'll be obviously the videos. And I'm really excited to start working on it. I have paid for it, so I paid for it today. When I'll actually be able to get hold of it is a different question, and it's not clear. The Lee, where the car's been stored, that's a business. He is allowed to continue working as a business, so he said that he is allowed to deliver the car as long as we maintain correct sort of social distancing and all the rest of it. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. But so there's a possibility I could have it at some time next week if he delivers it and we do that with care, or might have to wait until the end of the lockdown and see what the situation is there. I'm not sure yet. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please do share this video and help me recoup some of the horrendous amounts of money that I'm probably going to be losing on this 348. Yeah, thank you all, and see you for the next update. Hopefully I'll have the car by then.
Hello?
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Jack.
How you doing?
Yes, not bad.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. I bought something last night.
What is it?
What kind of car would it be most stupid to buy in the current climate?
Let me think. Probably a Ferrari.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Hey, Dad. How's it going?
Hi, Jack.
So,
Not bad.
good, good. So, are you happy about my latest purchase?
Well, as you can understand, I was a little bit reluctant.
You're a bit surprised?
Yes, surprised. But okay, I understand it.
Oh, yeah.
It is fine. What can I say?
Okay, great. So basically, with the benefit of time, you can now see what a wise decision I've made.
Oh, yes.
Hello?
Hooter.
What the fuck, man?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
It's not even 9 o'clock.
Forget that. What do you think of my purchase?
It could be a piece of shit. No idea.
Yeah, but
It's nuts.
yeah, but even if it isn't a piece of shit, it's
I
still...
thought they were like £8 anyway. Why have you spent 30, whatever it was?
No, fuck off. They were £8,000 about 20 years ago. So, yeah.
God. So you bought a Peugeot 205 and a Ferrari 308?
Yeah, they kind of go, actually, don't they, if you think about it? What with the names. 205, 308. Makes sense. It was the logical thing to do, really, wasn't it?
No, not in the least. Boredom and lack of girlfriend, I said.
What about that?
Well, that's all this is. That's what this is.
That's why I've bought the car.
Yeah. What is it?
To be honest, yeah, you're probably exactly right.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's alright, how are you?
Yeah, good. Guess what I bought last night?
I don't know. A child?
No.
A child from an orphanage?
No, I'll give you a clue. It's a car
Yeah.
at auction,
Oh god. Morning.
and it was very impulsive.
Oh dear.
Name the worst kind of like make that you could buy at a time like this.
Not a Ferrari. Oh, Jack. Oh dear. What you got?
I got a Ferrari 308 apparently.
Oh, no way, wicked.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was a bit.
Just word of caution.
Yeah.
I've had 4 friends that have had 308s in the past, and every single one of them's crashed them within a month.
Okay, well that would probably be the least of my worries at the moment.